I'm Josh, and we're not in Zephyr Hills.
I'm Banks, and we are in Winter Garden, Urban Flats.
Of Florida.
Yep, doing odd places.
Yes, we are.
And we're odd places. Yeah, we're definitely odd places.
Definitely not a place.
So, Josh.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to just give you my viewpoint, okay? Or let me just ask you. So a woman, if she wants an abortion, do you feel that she can have an abortion if she wants one? You think it's up to her to decide?
I think it's up to her to decide what to do with her own body in the same way it's up to a man to decide what to do with his own body.
Okay. So
that's equality of rights.
Okay.
That's all.
So is that liberty? She has the liberty to do what she wants. Do I want to keep this baby? Do I not want to keep this baby? That's her living in the group of liberty.
Yeah.
Got it. So in the same token, do you have the liberty to get vaccinated or not get vaccinated?
Of course.
Okay. Do you have the liberty of putting on a mask or not wearing a mask?
Of course.
Okay. So if an establishment says you have to wear a mask, if you want to go in there, you have to wear a mask. That's what they. If you want to get on an airplane and they say you have to wear a mask, you wear a mask or you don't get on the airplane. Okay. And you're okay with that liberty?
I'm okay with the freedom to choose.
Okay.
As long as you're willing to accept the consequence of your choice.
Yes. So if you don't want to get a vaccine, don't get a vaccine. Make sure you know that you may give someone else. You may get it yourself. You may die. You may give it to somebody else that dies.
You may not be able to find an airplane.
You may not be able to go into a bar in Los Angeles. Okay, got it. Okay, so the governor of the state of Florida came out and said there's no mask mandate and there's no vaccine mandate or vaccine passport because I believe in the liberty of letting you decide, the liberty of individual liberty. And you know what? I'm for individual liberty. If you don't want to, like you just said.
Well, that's hypocrisy, right?
We're getting there.
Oh, okay. Because he's not letting business owners decide. If a business wants masks, he's not allowing that. So he's taking away their liberty.
Disney can. Disney does.
Well, Disney's big enough. But what about the bar here that we're in?
Okay.
If he wanted to put a mask mandate in place, he's not allowed to.
I get.
So he has no liberty now.
Okay.
According to the liberty governor.
Okay. So we're talking liberty here. So
sure.
So let's take that one step further.
Mm-hmm.
However, there is a law, a bill that's up for vote in this session or next session, which will be it's going to be very similar to the abortion law in Texas, which basically makes it much more difficult for women to get an abortion in the state of Florida. Okay? Do you see the disconnect in liberty? When you're thinking of liberty, of like, you know what, you want to wear a mask, you want to get vaccinated, fine. We're not gonna mandate anything on you. However, we're mandating that you can't. That's the hypocrisy that I see in it.
Well, no, it's just wide open, easy to see, plain discrimination. It's misogyny. I mean, it's what we've always done to women, to minorities. This is no different.
Why are you taking this to a woman issue? Why is it a woman issue?
It's 100% a control of women issue. Abortion law has nothing else to
think bigger. I'm thinking liberty. I'm thinking this idea of liberty. Not being told what to do.
Let me translate what the governor said then.
Okay.
I believe in liberty for white men.
No.
Okay. He didn't say the qualifier, but his behavior includes the qualifier. How about that? So that's really what he meant, and it shows in what he does.
You're taking this into a gender area, aren't you?
I'm taking it into the history of our country.
I'm not. I get that. I don't take it as gender. I look at it as liberty in the scope of liberty. I believe in you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask.
It's not. So you call it hypocrisy. I'm just trying to explain. It's actually not hypocrisy. When if he were to come out and say what he really meant. I believe in liberty for white men. There's no more hypocrisy. There's no more hypocrisy.
Okay.
He's actually following what he said.
Okay.
That's my point. You're trying to broaden this and say, well, you're a hypocrite. And I'm saying, no, He's not. He always meant for white men only. He's doing, he's backing it up with what he's supporting in as far as laws
Yeah.
for white men only.
I have a rough time
He's consistent.
jumping into making it about making it gender.
Even if it is.
I don't think it,
You don't think it is? Then explain the hypocrisy.
okay.
Explain the hypocrisy if it's not gender.
I do believe that it is that you take abortion by itself, and it is gender. It is gender, not hypocrisy. Gender. It's sex. It's sexist in a way of like bias. Okay. In this view that I'm trying to make is I don't think it is. I think it's liberty hypocrisy. I think it's like we're going to control. We're going to say you can do whatever you want to over here, but when it becomes, and I get the point. When it comes about women's bodies, then I get it.
I'm not sure how you get around the gender thing on this one, man.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. I can't. That is the crux of it. I mean, I try to be consistent in what I believe and what I think. And when I see the inconsistencies, I'm like, wait a minute. Do you see how this is not leveling up?
Yeah. And my point is there are no inconsistencies. There's only things that are unspoken. Because if you were to come out and say it openly, there'd be no inconsistency. Would there? There'd be zero inconsistency if you were just open and honest and said, I believe in it for white men like me.
I think you can be open and honest, and he's being open and honest.
No way. You can't say for white men only.
No,
You can't say that. He means it, but you can't say it.
Yeah, but you're presuming it that it is that way. Presuming
No,
it.
I'm not presuming it. I'm judging it based on his behavior and his character.
All right. Okay.
I've got data. You gave me a piece of data right here.
Yes.
That supports that, and there's more data. That's not the only thing.
Right. I don't. Yeah. I can't see that it is.
I should say white male Christian. Actually, there's actually the Christianity aspect.
You think? I mean.
Oh.
So you're adding so many more layers. I'm just trying to keep it simple. I'm just trying to keep it. Let's talk about
simple.
liberty. Let's talk.
If you're white male and Christian, you have all the liberty you want. If you're not, expect to have your liberties curtailed, including voting. Easy. Look how simple that is. Are you white? Are you male? Are you Christian? Great. You're in fine shape. Don't worry. If you're not one, all three. If you don't have the trifecta, watch your back. Literally, watch your back, because we're allowed to shoot you. We're allowed to stand our ground, quote unquote, follow you, and shoot you in the back.
All right.
If you're a black person with a hoodie.
We're getting off topic, but I mean, I get it. I get your point. I mean, you're opening a can of worms of racial inequities, and we're going farther.
I just simplified it. If you hit the trifecta, you win the jackpot. If you don't, you lose.
And you're saying the trifecta is white,
male,
Christian.
If you can hit all three, you're in good shape.
And we're close. I mean, we're close to that. You're 2 out of 3.
Yeah. People call me Jesus. I can fake it.
You are
I
Jewish.
answer to Jesus.
You are Jewish, like Jesus.
I answer to Jesus too.
Oh, you do?
Absolutely.
What is it? What is it that you answer? Hello? Hey, this is Josh.
Jesus. I'm like, yes. How can I help you?
Okay. Anyway, where did we start with this? Where did we start? Oh, we started with liberty. It was liberty.
Yes.
And I believe, I have a streak in me about liberty. If you don't want to do something, why be forced? I mean, this is the crux of it. Why be forced by the government to do something you don't want to do?
Because we have to live together in society.
Okay.
So liberty isn't free. It has to come with conditions.
Then what is the condition that in this situation, what is the condition?
That
women
liberty
yeah,
ends the moment it infringes on your liberty. That's the condition. Look how simple that is.
That's pretty simple. I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
We are Odd Places going. Boom. All right, Josh, you're up.